All right, what is up? Welcome to the Morning Wood, presented by Prop Finder. Holy shit, it's a great day to be alive. We made it. We made it. We made it. We're back to football. It feels better. And we have two baseball games. So I think we're all set. Like, I got to be honest with you. I don't know that we could be in a better spot. The only thing we have to do now is to just find some bangers. That's it. So what we're going to do, we'll start with baseball. I know I have DK up there, but we'll start with baseball first. What's up, Victor? How you doing? We're on the Prop Finder channel, so some of you guys, I forgot to tell the people from the Slop Rules channel. That sucks, but maybe they'll find us. Well, maybe they find us. Who knows? I would hope they do, but maybe they don't. What happens is, if you're subscribed to that channel and you have the notifications on, and that's the only way you come to this show, then what happens is you don't get notified because it's not on that channel. So what you want to do is subscribe here, get the notifications on, bam, you're all set. So now, whatever day it is, it doesn't matter to you. You just get notified by YouTube. So here we go. What's up, Pharaoh? What's up, Brando, Mr. Sparkle, Stan? Man, we're rolling pretty deep. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll recap yesterday. I got to be honest with you, I don't even know what we had. I know we had Uncle Gino, who did not homer, but he did get us a hit, which helped us win the Keeping It 1,000 parlay for me and McBeth. So shout out Uncle Gino for that. He did not hit a home run, though, so people were very upset about that on Twitter. They were telling me all day how he sucks and blah, 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 blah. It was very fun to talk to them. So that was cool. Julio and Springer, I think, were our other two guys. They both homered, so suck it, haters. We found all of it by using Prop Finder. This is the app that's on your screen right now. If you don't have it or don't know what it is, keep following. And I'm telling you, by I would say halfway through this show, you're going to be like, all right, how do I get this? It is literally in a link in the description. That's it. Just go to the link in the description, click it. It'll auto-populate promo code SLOP, and you're going to be amazed at how cheap this is. This is like $10 a month with the code SLOP. That's bananas cheap because it has every single stat you would possibly want for basically every sport. We're getting NBA too. So let's go. We'll demo it just like we do every day. I just kind of go through and look at the things that I'm looking for. Yeah, Tyler, we definitely need some more likes. I think the like button's broken. So I don't know. Everyone try it out for me. I don't know. It might be broken for me. Who knows? Who really knows? What's up, THC? Stan? No, what you do is you get the year and it'll be $10 a month, Stan. After that, yeah, if you buy it by the month, yeah, you save yourself like $5. If you do it by the year, which you're gonna use it for the year because we have every single sport. I just got it for the year. I was like the second day, I was like, all right, guys, I emailed them. I said, hey, are you going to have NFL and NBA? Because this was just during MLB, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm getting this for the year. So here we go. First off, we don't know who's pitching for the Brewers tonight. How? I mean, that's just a poverty franchise move to not have your pitcher listed. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, guys. Like, this is the playoffs. This is like the real playoffs too. It's not like the bullshit playoffs. Like, this is literally the National League Championship Series. Like, literally. And we don't know who's pitching. Like, oh yeah, we don't know. It's gonna be determined. Like, figure it out, guys. We got people that want to use Prop Finder, and we don't have a pitcher listed. Looks like Glass now for the Dodgers, obviously, because they've actually been here before and understand what they're doing, and they're not about to get swept. Sorry, I'm just saying. Yeah, Yeah, hey, I like that idea. I like your idea, Jay. Hey, way to hurry up. Chills for real. Smart. Yep. Oh, Rapid Revolver, you're back. What's up, dude? God damn, the chat's full. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know. Like, who know? Does anyone know who's pitching for the Brewers? A lot of times they have it lit, like they'll have it out, but it won't be on the site yet because it's not like confirmed. But everyone knows who's actually going to, because that would help us when it comes to finding home runs. What's up, Shalir? I mean, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna end up going right back to the Blue Jays and Mariners game, but whatever. This thing's at like 6 o'clock, so it would be kind of smart of us to find somebody. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, let's go after Glass now. That's a guy I don't normally go after. First thing I do, sort it. So sort by last 15 at bats, the EV. Okay, that's gonna tell you who is hitting the ball extremely hard. Christian Yelich is the top guy. He's 1 for 14 lifetime against Glass now. I will tell you this. Batter versus pitcher is literally the most casual statistic on the planet. All right. It's literally for casuals to think they, have an edge. It means nothing. 57 pitches, decent sample size. I mean, you can kind of get an idea. If you got something like this where the guy's 7 Ks and 14 at bats, never walked. I mean, like, yeah, he probably doesn't hit Glass now very well. But what you want is pitches, pitch mix. There's college football too, Regal, as well as NHL. I think it works for goal scorers. I'm not a hockey guy, so I'm not really going to comment on that. Yeah, one. That was a great day yesterday. That was crazy good. It'll be remembered forever as the day Uncle Gino sold us, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't really care about that. He got a hit, so that helped out that parlay, and then the other home runs all hit. So what are we doing? You know what I mean? All right, so Glass now is throwing the four-seam fastball, the curveball. Looks like about 67, 68% of the time. Oh, like against this pitch mix, Yelich has not been that bad. I mean, really, in the last 15, 92 exit velocity is good. You'll see that right here. 13% barrel rate. That's good. I mean, it's not great, but that's good. I don't know that I'm taking him for a home run, though, at plus 620. 620 is a pretty good price, though. Yeah, no, I'm saying Regal. I'm saying that, like, I don't even understand. Like, when you go to the cheat sheets, it does kind of look a little bit foreign. Like, we need a hockey guy to show up and be like, hey, this is what we're looking for. You know what I mean? Let's look at Nico real quick. Shots on goal, points. Oh, there's goals. Yeah, there's no like how have centers done against this team? How is, you know what I mean? Like, where's all that? I feel like this is just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't block them. I was just messing around. I don't really block anybody. The only person I've blocked, I think I have one person blocked. Just 'cause I can't stand them. Like total douche. Oh yeah, Centers versus Florida. All right, so I mean, I think this would be a good way to look at hockey. Right there. I mean, that's the only way I would know to. How does who scores against these guys? So it looks like center scores. So if this guy's a center, Nico, I would take him. Plus 190 to score. All right, so write that down, somebody. We'll put Nico in there. Nico just got a heart. And then this guy, who's this guy? Dawson, plus 280. Yeah, same thing. So I guess we'd need to know who was the first line guy and stuff like that. No, I think we can figure out hockey. It looks like centers get the job done. Like, what line are these guys on? Do you know what I'm saying? But no, that's hockey. So, I mean, you got plus 280 bets right there. Or maybe you do. Hang on. I know, but we only have 3 games, so we got time for this. I know. People are like, hey, what the hell are we looking at hockey for? Whatever, dude. Like, we'll bet anything. Eight and a half face-offs won. You can bet on that? Oh, that's on Prize Picks. I was like, what? McKinnon, 1.5 points. I want goals. So if you just want the goals, you'll do this and then this. So it's saying Nathan. Yeah, I mean, Nathan McKinnon. He's nasty, right? Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, it's kind of like home runs, right? Center. So this Dawson guy got 2 goals up there. So we need to know the lines. That's the thing. We need to know like what line, like who, you know what I'm trying to say? Who's scoring against these teams and then just go that way, I think is a viable strategy. Anyways, let's move on. We're out of hockey. Let's go. We're going to baseball. We can't do the Dodgers. I don't think because we don't know who's pitching, but that's a giant that's a giant part of this. So we can't really do the Dodger side. And then the Brewers, I'll be 100% honest with you. There's no chance I'm taking anybody against Glasnow. 90 innings pitched, 10 home runs. That's about 10 short of what I want them at, like for guys that you want to target, 1 per 9 for lefties. So it could be a lefty, but again, it's 0.95 for righties. So anybody is in play. I'll look at Churio because the chat wanted me to. I'm a man of the people. 1 for 7 against Glasnow. Again, this is just like secondary stuff. Batter versus pitcher. You want to put that on the back burner. If you see a guy that's like 6 for 7 with 3 home runs and 2 doubles off a guy, okay, I'm kind of interested in that. It has to be like extreme for me to actually care about batter versus pitcher, just because you just don't know what the matchup was at the time. There's just so many factors that go in, but you can look at pitch mix and get a really good idea. It's not that I don't think Glasnow will give it up. I don't think we can figure out who he's going to give it up to. If that makes sense. The other day, I guess it was Churio against Yamamoto, and then Yamamoto shut it down. I don't know how you figure out who's going to hit one off of him, because it legitimately could be anyone or no one. Like, there's no like, oh yeah, it's going to be one of these two. Yeah, I mean, if Contreras is in the lineup, he's 0 for 9 with 3 Ks against this guy. He's seen 47 pitches. But who? So that's my thing with betting home runs. They're like, oh, you didn't take any, so you don't think anybody's going to. It's like, no. I said I don't think I can narrow down who it's gonna be. How do you do that? Like, we're just guessing at this point. I don't really love that. So for that reason, I think I just leave Glasnow alone. I mean, we could see something off the bullpen, but that would feel like more of a live bet than anything. So I don't know. So I'm going to leave that game alone. The wind is blowing out 9 miles an hour to right field, so there is that. Ohtani obviously is in play, but we don't know who is pitching. Against this bullpen, looks like Freeman has 2 home runs. I mean, against the 4-seamer, he's hitting it well. So, I mean, if he sees a 4-seamer, I don't know. Ooh, Prop Finder, big update dropping in 2 hours. Yeah, Bieber got 8 Ks, exactly. I had him getting knocked out of that game pretty early, which he almost did. I mean, he gave up a home run in the first inning. But yeah, those are very tricky. I mean, if you want to take that shot, you can, but like it's a different gamble than it is during the season. Yeah, what was it? Julio put one on the moon off of Bieber, literally in the first inning. You're just like, oh shit. He did settle in, so good for him. And they didn't pull him, which I was like, man, if they pull him early like that, you're done. But good bet. But I mean, like I said, for 4.5, I don't know. You can have that. Good luck. Who was the other one last night? Who pitched for the Mariners last night? What was Kirby? I think, yeah. 8 runs, 8 hits. I think everybody had his over 4.5. So if you took Kirby and whatchamacallit last night in a parlay, you lost. If you took them both straight, you lost money. You know what I'm saying? Chalier. Yeah, no, we saw it. Blue Jays had to show up, and they did. I mean, that was nice. All right, so this game we should see something. Probably going to be a lefty for the Mariners, but that doesn't mean it can't be a righty. Scherzer, I don't know how long Scherzer lasts tonight. I sure as hell would not have his strikeouts. So do we even know what his strikeouts is? 3.5 minus 146. I mean, that's a very enticing number, like extremely enticing number. Hang on one second. I want juice for you. Because if he doesn't strike out, if he doesn't strike out 4 people before he gets smashed. I mean, but we don't know that he's going to get smashed, but he has been smashed. Last time out was September 24th, and he gave up 10 hits. Struck out 5 people, though, but he's not going to get that kind of leash. I think the Mariners are where you want to go for any type of production. You got, well, I'll bet him then one. If you think he gets it, get it. I would say you got to do it at FanDuel. They're at 146. Minus 146 for Scherzer's case. But yeah, I mean, good luck. I mean, the Mariners do strike out, so there is that. I mean, he can get 4 Ks. I would say if you're going to do Ks, do 5 and bump it. But, I mean, that's still kind of risky, but at least it's plus money. Because, I mean, chances are if he gets the 4, it's because he's not getting his balls kicked in. You know what I mean? So if he's not getting his balls kicked in, he's probably getting 5. Like, he'll probably hang around for a while. That's the way I kind of read it. You know, but I mean, if he doesn't get 4, I mean, if he doesn't get 4, he probably won't even get 3. Probably won't even get 2. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that is a low number for a guy who could get it. It's just when you look at his stats right here, like this is bad, dude. 41% hard hit, 14% barrel rate to lefties, 34% fly ball, 40% fly ball to right. So guys are getting it in the air and they're hitting it hard. That is a recipe for disaster. All right, so let's look at some batters. If you've never seen Prop Finder before, check it out. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this. I think Suarez goes deep tonight. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Let's see. He's 3 for 19 with 2 dongs. No, Rapper Revolver. He does have the, like, that's why he's pitching tonight. You know what I mean? Like, he does have that ability. So that's why if you want to take him, you would take 5+ Ks. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't take that minus 146, 4+. You would take 5+, because if he gets, if he gets the 4, that means he's not getting hit hard. So if he's not getting hit hard, I think he definitely is going to get 5. Does that make any sense at all? Like, that's kind of the way I read. Like, you want to use the price against them, because if he's in the game for any amount of time, then he's going to strike out people. It's just you're betting that he's in the game for that much time, because you cannot discount the fact that that's what he's done this season. This is a fact. You know what I'm saying? These numbers right here, 19 home runs and 85 innings pitched. That's a fact. That happened. This is what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need context. We don't need loaded terminology. We don't need anything. There's numbers. That's what it is. And that's not good. But at the same time, it is still Max Scherzer. It is the playoffs. It's one start for the season. If anyone's got the moxie for something like that, it's him. Now, that same guy is against a team like the Mariners, who do strike out. I mean, but I don't think that doesn't mean they can't hit. Do you know what I mean? It just means they strike out. Like, every team gets 27 outs and they choose to strike out more than, whatever. So I don't know. Maybe Max is the strikeouts. He would just make it more of a long shot. The four-seam fastball hasn't really been that bad to righties, I guess, as Uncle Gino slaughters that. The curveball, Uncle Gino doesn't really hit well. I would say it's probably Uncle Gino, because it doesn't look like it's Uncle Gino. You know what I mean? Like, it's always Uncle Gino if it doesn't look like it's Uncle Gino. When you're like, oh, it's not Uncle Gino. Yeah, it is. Julio, I mean, what can we say about him? He's 2 for 5 on 19 pitches against this guy. One of those hits was a dong. He's got 3 home runs against this bullpen, which is nice. Let's see it. What's he doing? Doesn't really hit the curveball. Smokes the changeup. Kind of hits the slider. Hits the four-seamer pretty well. Where we got to go. We got to at least check out our boy. Well, Naylor, is he okay? I guess he hit a home run the other day, so. He was wincing the other night, like, kind of bad. Hits the curveball and the slider pretty well. Could be Naylor. What's up with Cal? Cal's 0 for 1 lifetime against this guy. Does have a walk, though, so he's seen him twice. He's only seen 12 pitches. 3 dongs off this bullpen. Who knows? But, okay, so the four-seamer, obviously Cal hits that. Changeup, he hits it well. Scherzer, I mean, kind of has a decent one. I mean, 235 shouldn't be red. But we need 2 colors on the screen, so it has to be either red or green. But 235 is not that good for the pitcher. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not that good either. 265, 382 on the curveball slider for ISO. I mean, Cal is 100% in play. Looking through here, you're looking at launch angle, distance, stuff like that. Yeah, no, with home run draft revolver, you gotta you gotta have a short memory. Like, you're betting plus 400. I think it was like 470 last night. We're betting plus 470 bets. If they don't hit, you can't be like, oh yeah, that guy sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's plus 470 for a reason. Like, that's a big ass price. All right, on the other side, looks like Castillo, 23 home runs and 180 innings pitched. That's not terrible. That's not that good. 1.2 is pretty much the threshold I like. So lefty. Yeah, I mean, Uncle Gino's nice, man. He's my favorite kind of guy, THC, because he's either going to strike out or he's going to hit it over the fence. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you want a guy that's out there swinging for the fence. I don't want your Vlads that are just trying to rip the ball and hit a double for it. So, I mean, they're nice and all for like the game, but for home run bets, just give me Gino. I mean, Springer's kind of one of those guys. Yesterday on this show, we did pretty good, though. So I will say that. Like, that was incredible. Like, we had Gino, Julio and Springer, and two of the three guys hit. So if you bet those straight, that's the way to bet home runs, you're living the dream. You just needed 1 out of 3 with those prices yesterday, and you got 2. Oh, I forgot about Polanco. 2 for 8. Got a dong against Scherzer. I mean, that's a ridiculously small sample. Four-seamer, changeup, curveball. I mean, I would put Polanco on watch. We'll give him a hard. I mean, I don't want to give all these dudes hards, but I mean, Cal and Polanco are 2 that I think we have to. And just because we want Uncle Gino to go, we can't give him a heart, but like we want him to. We want to give him a heart, but we can't because he won't do it if we give him the heart. But if we don't, he will. So kind of like Otani too. I mean, I would love to know who's pitching. I mean, it's a National League Championship game, and we don't know who's pitching. That is like as Bush League as it gets. Like just incredibly Bush League. Like, what are you doing? Figure it out, guys. Figure it out. I'm almost rooting against them just because they won't tell us who's pitching. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's gamesmanship. It's like, dude, stop. All right, let's check Springer. All right, so I told you 23 home runs, 180. That's a thing that you want to look at. You can just know if that's good or bad by these home run per 9 numbers. If you're looking at like 2, like Scherzer, you're pretty good. But 1.2 is kind of my threshold. Anything over 1 though is worth looking. Springer is demolishing the ball. We sorted this column, 96 mile an hour EV in his last 15 and 20% barrel. So obviously you look to him first. He's 5 for 18 off this guy. Again, that is secondary. I'd say put that if you're making a model, that's like at most 10% of what you're considering. That's not something that you're like, it's the end all be all. The only thing I look at is, again, if you see a guy that's like, 7 for 8 with 3 home runs and something, like something's up. Like he sees this dude pretty well. But I mean, if it's not extreme like that, it doesn't matter. What matters is pitch mix. So you click on pitches right there. There you go. You got it. Four-seamer is what Springer is just drilling. This guy throws it 44% of the time, so he's going to see one. Against this exact pitch mix, 92 miles an hour EV in his last 15 and 33% off of what it's going to be. Nice one. The Mexicans went off. He hit one 112 miles an hour yesterday. That's what you're looking for. Guys are hitting the ball hard. I'll die on that hill. It takes skill to hit a home run, yeah, but also too, it takes a lot of power. So if you got a guy hitting the ball 112 miles an hour, then you got a pretty good home run bet. He's definitely seeing the ball and he's hitting it very hard. Vlad, I mean, we can go through all these guys, but he's seen 101 pitches. That's a decent sample size, but again, excuse me, pitch mix. I would leave Vlad alone. Barger's 3 for 7 with 3 doubles off this guy, so he sees it well. I don't know about home runs, but hits, runs, RBIs, that kind of thing, possibly. Varsho. Again, I'm just hitting their names. So I go to the cheat sheet. Check it out. So go to cheat sheets and then go to the Blue Jays Mariners game and just start hitting names. All right. That's all I'm doing. That's the way you use this app. It is the greatest MLB research tool I've ever seen. Alejandro Kirk versus Castillo, 4 for 8, 40 pitches. So Again, not a sample size, but 500. That's a decent average with a home run. So he sees this guy. The bullpen you might want to look at, even though we don't know who's going to come in. He's hitting 404 against these dudes. So Alejandro Kirk, very undercover hits, runs, RBIs guy, I think. People like the books will never see him coming. He's plus money too. So I'd say Alejandro Kirk makes our hits, runs, RBI list. Like just from strictly like we want an undercover guy, there he is. Super undercover. All right, so Hearts so far, what we had was Nico to score a goal, Polanco and Cal home runs with Kirk hits, runs, RBIs. And that's Prop Finder. All right, but hey, what am I doing? We're not done yet. We have football. One football game tonight. I go to the cheat sheets for that. Any questions, hit the chat. Like, I'm serious. Please hit the chat. You got to ask questions because I don't want to hear about how you don't know what you're looking at, blah, 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 blah. Like, I will literally tell you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta help me. Help me help you. You know what I mean? I would say if you want this app for yourself, it's not really an app, it's a site. But there's a link in the description. Promo code SLOP gets you 30% off. So that's literally like $10 a month. Like get the year and get $10 a month. This thing goes all year round. We have every sport. And like I said, it's very good. Hang on, I'm in the background looking at something. All right. But I don't know exactly what you look for. All right, anytime touchdown. Let's check it out then. Right. Thank you, Rapper Revolver. That's what you do. Say flop. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. All right, so check it out. First off, I like to look at this. Receiving touchdown. Wide receiver, they've only given up 4. They've given up 4 to running backs, the Bengals. Given up 5 to touchdowns. Or 5 to tight ends. So who's the tight end for the Steelers is what you want to know. Okay. Firemouth. Is he? Who knows? Anytime touchdowns. This is going to tell you when he scored. Hasn't scored this season. All right. Red zone targets, he's got 1. All right. I think we're going to get end zone targets at some point, which would be incredible. So we don't want Freiermuth. Darnell Washington. Zone. He's been targeted 5 times, 4 times. Red zone targets once. He's the first read 7.3. We don't want that. Yeah, Thrill House. It's the best one. Like, dude, you can get it like that for every sport, dude. I'm telling you. Like, you can. Guaranteed. 1 red zone target for Jonnu. I have no idea how you would figure out which guy is going to be the touchdown guy if they get in the red zone. I would think it's going to go to the running back. Actually, DK. He's got 3 red zone targets. First read, a lot. I mean, I would say DK is a touchdown guy. I mean, it's plus 155, but the Bengals haven't really given up too much to the receiver touchdown-wise, but they've been giving it up to whatchamacallits all over the place. Cortland Sutton got him to tight end, so maybe they use whatever. Yeah, I mean, it could be Washington. So Washington has 1 red zone target this season, and he has no touchdowns. So, like, what nice work, Thrill House. That's good to hear, bro. I'm telling you, it's my favorite. So why do you say Washington, Brando? I don't understand. I want to learn too. Tucker Kraft got him. Both tight ends for the Lions got him. TJ and Oliver got him. I mean, I want it to be Washington. I know, but I'm saying, like, why Washington? Connor Hayward scored, so that's another. So that's the fourth tight end we've looked for on the Steelers. Like, that's gonna be difficult. If you want to spray the board with tight ends, you really can't because they have four of them that they're rotating out and they might throw to. Each guy has like one red zone target as well, so it's kind of muddy. Brando's saying Washington for some reason. I still don't understand like why we're taking Washington, but like I'm in. I want to know. So the tight ends are obviously scoring. I mean, two different ones for the Vikings and two different ones for the Lions scored against these dudes, the Bengals. So you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's gonna be. He's been getting snap share. All right. Yeah, it's kind of scary, but like he he's on the field, Darnell Washington, all the time, but he's only been targeted 9 times and only once in the red zone, and he has not scored a touchdown. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Who do they? Oh yeah, they throw screens in the red zone to Janu. Red zone targets. So he's gotten 1 red zone target this season. Black Sheep. So it's definitely Janu. I need to be more like you guys. Like I could be looking at that and just be like, yeah, it's definitely him. Even though like there's legitimately like zero supporting that. I mean, first read. I mean, he has 1 red zone target this season. Yeah, they use him like a wide receiver, but my point is, all right, I think we're all missing the point. We need red zone guys. We want touchdown. We're looking for touchdowns right here, and we're saying all these guys that yeah, so they barely get in the red zone. So do we even want these dudes? I think they'll get in the red zone tonight. It's just like which guy they look for. And I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, dude, see Breezy, Gino, whew, that could have been bad, bro. Like he almost sold the parlay, and all we needed on the keeping 1,000 was literally a single or a run or an RBI, sack fly with it, anything. And he didn't do anything all game until later. Darnell receiving yards. Yeah. All right. So then you hit receiving yards up here. See how whenever you click his name, you're going to hit the number up here. He had 62 against Cleveland, and that's basically all of his yards for the season, really. Darnell's my guy. Don't like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rigo, that might be it. I don't know if we can pick a touchdown from whatchamacallit. We got lucky. 1, but I was happy. Laporta went for 92. I mean, Car Kenny. Where's real Kenny? No offense, Car Kenny, but remember Kenny? We're looking for Gainwell. For Gainwell for what, Car Kenny? Yeah, Black Sheep. Like, I want to go tight end. And that's I'm not trying to fight with anybody. I'm just saying, like, which one? There's 4 of them, and they don't use any of them, and they never get in the red zone. So, like, I would say, like, the data we're looking at is telling us that a Steelers tight end should score But the only catch is we got no idea which one it's gonna be, and we don't even know if they're gonna get in the red. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like this is a mess, dude. It's a Kenny day. Yeah, it's all about Kenny. All right, so game. I don't know which one here. Kind of like Warren rushing yards or Gainwell, and I'll tell you why. Here's the little thing that we're probably not going to get on this. I mean, I guess we could get it, but here's the thing. The issue with these guys is like we're going to look and see. Okay, so Gainwell doesn't have 3.5. Yeah, okay. That's a misplaced line, something like that. All right. So 23.5 yards, right? He's done that once against Minnesota. Here's the thing, though. Like, before we start slandering Jalen Warren for not doing well lately, Cleveland, good run defense. Minnesota, not so much. But New England and Seattle are on all three of those teams. Cleveland, New England, Seattle are all pretty good run defenses. So, like, he didn't have a chance. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't. I think they should be able to move the ball on the ground tonight. And I would think they'd stick with Jalen Warren, and with the way they play their tight ends, like most of those guys are blockers. I mean, this could end up being a running game and then like some passes to DK. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. One thing I do know though is at some point the Bengals are going to get behind. They're going to start slinging it. So for that reason, Jamar Chase makes a ton of sense. He's an alpha. That's not questioned. And Flacco looked for him like a lot last week. So against zone, he can beat man and zone. So that doesn't really matter. Like the fact they play 6% zone. But Jamar, yeah, should catch a bunch of balls. I think he goes 70, 80 plus receiving yards fairly easily. He's the type that can do it in the first half when it's still kind of a game. And then when shit starts getting out of hand, they can trust him. You know what I mean? Like we can. 80 plus in 3 games this season. Denver, he was never going to do it against. Their pass defense, like they just shut down the ones. Minnesota is decent against the pass. I'm not going to call them like elite, though. He should have got home there. But I think he was playing with homeboy Browning then. Or that was the day Burrow got hurt. I can't remember. But I mean, $165 against the Jags, $110 against the Lions, 10 receptions last week, 94 against the Packers, who are pretty good. I think that Flacco is not good. I think that they are going to get behind, and I think when that happens, Jamar Chase is like the guy. When that's happened last week, Dylan Gabriel targeted Jerry Jeudy 13 times. The week before, Justin Jefferson went for 10 receptions for $126 against these. All right. Yeah, but it could have been game script too, though. You got to think of games with those. I know what you're saying, but I feel like Jonnu, like, who knows why that happened? See, Breezy. I don't know why it happened. I think Darnell Washington could be out there to run block. They were way ahead of the Browns. Yeah, Keeping It 1,000 is coming on soon. We're going to record at 10. One thing we can all agree on is the Steelers really don't look like they want to throw to a tight end. Yeah, Darnell Washington was out there at 91% of the snaps in week 4, 80% the next week. That was up from 37%. Who knows? I like Jalen Warren just for his yards. I think you can put him in a little like a little 2-piece with Jamar Chase. Yeah, and they force feed DK. But no, so Jefferson went 10 for $126. Judy, 13 targets. You see this 5 for 43, and you think, yeah, that wasn't that good. He's targeted 13 times by Dylan Gabriel, who just wasn't good. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Flacco, I don't know, like, for one, Chase is better than him, Jerry Judy. And then two, maybe Flacco completes it. I don't know. But Smith and Jigba, 10 for $103 against these guys. Cooper Kupp the same night, 7 for 90. Whatchamacallit, the Patriots didn't do well. Drake May not great against them. So there is that. I mean, we can't just glaze over that, but Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, 7 for 95. Now, you got to remember, he had Justin Fields throwing him balls. So there's that. I mean, it is what it is. They go 60% zone. So, I mean, it's not really a lot, but that's more than half. So that is good for us. But like, it's not going to matter for Chase, because Chase, like, his numbers are pretty stable across both. He can beat man. I don't know. I think it all depends on what Flacco wants to do. I think he's got Chase whenever he wants. I think the Steelers play this from ahead. If not, it's probably because Chase is going off. So there is that. So I think Chase 80 plus makes a lot of sense. And Jaylen Warren, his rushing yards, let's call it 40 plus at FanDuel. I mean, I don't see how that doesn't happen. Where's Chase? I'll take a picture of this. This will be for our records. We gotta keep good records on this show. I almost didn't get it last night. Or clip it last night, but I did. All right, and then 80 plus for him. So then now, see what I just did? I gave everyone a heart. I went and changed the line right here to what I was gonna try and play. This will also give you the best number at the time as well. But 80 plus, you just click on that. It'll update this, and this bar graph will update with it. I'm telling you, get Prop Finder. Like, just get it now. There's a link in the description. Promo code SLOPS gets you like 30% off. It's like $10 a month. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna change everything for you. You're not gonna go on just what you heard anymore. You know what I'm trying to say? Like other people say, you're gonna literally have that. This is the data that everyone quotes. You're gonna hear people say, "Oh, well, he don't do this or he don't do that," or "Hey, they throw to Jonnu Smith all the time in the red zone." You can go here and be like, "He's gotten one red zone target." There it is, right there, red zone target. He's gotten one all season. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying, like, you could just see for yourself. It's like, yeah, no, that's not true. That's not even remotely true. They don't throw to any of the tight ends in their defense. Metcalf only has 3 red zone targets. So, I mean, you guys start wondering, do these guys even get in the red zone? And so we don't even know what they're going to do. Advanced cover. Yeah, I mean, well, not really. It's just basic, like, zone or not zone. You know what I mean? Like, so there's man, there's zone. 1 high, 2 high, all that stuff is difficult because that can get muddy real quick because teams can and will switch that up. Do you know what I mean? So there is that. All right. Well, I mean, that would be nice, like Black Sheep, but if they threw it to him, like who, like why? Like, I don't even know if they're gonna run that play. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like that. I mean, I don't even, will he even be on the field? I mean, he's on the field 69% of the time, so there is that. Yeah, I don't know. I think Cincinnati can hang, which is good for us. I'm just saying, like, we gotta be. You gotta know. You know what I'm trying to say? You gotta know. You can't just listen to what people say. But yeah, so if they're like, hey, yeah, the Bengals tight or the Steelers tight ends because the Bengals give it up, and you go and you're like, all right, cool, I'm just gonna pick a tight end. Well, once you start looking at the numbers, it's like, man, it makes it a little more difficult. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. But you have this, you're armed with the information. That's all I'm saying. And it's all on one screen. Because we're not trying to take all day. Like, every single one of us have something to do today. Like, we can't just be sitting around digging through all kinds of ridiculous NFL stats. You know what I mean? Like we need these stats given to us quickly and easily. And I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I don't know. Like we got a bunch of geniuses in here. I know I'm not one, so I need to be able to like have it right in front of me. Just saying. And there it is, right there. Since he plays zone 70% of the time, DK does all his damage against zone. He can't separate. So DK might be worth a look. I know I got him in a 2-man, like 50 plus receiving yards. I don't think that the Steelers are going to play this thing from so far ahead that they have to sit on the ball and run, you know? Yeah. No, see, Breezy's smart. Yeah. You don't just tell your wife there's only one game tonight and you really don't got, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to look into this stuff. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say though. Like when I was younger, it took me forever to like get bets and stuff like that. And I wish I had this, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to take all day to do it. I want good advanced stats, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. And I want it on one page. That way I can look at it. All right, cool. I've seen all I need to see. I don't need to read every single article that everybody puts out. You know what I mean? Like I know what I know. I'm good enough. It's good enough for me. And this site does that. You know what I mean? This site, the first time I came on the site, I was like, all right, let me talk to whoever made this site because I want to promote. You know what I'm saying? I want to use this site and I want to promote it because this is what people should be using. Like I said, we got stuff to do, guys. We can't just be digging in all day on this nonsense. You know, because there's only so much you can, that's not noise, dude. There's only so much you can like look into before, after a while, like you put your brain in a pretzel and now you can't even think. Now you don't even know what you want. But yeah, so I thought, here's what we got out of this show just from here. Let's see if we can win just off. Like I said, that was a very quick overview. If anybody has any questions, you can always ask me on Twitter. Hey, what are you looking at here? What does this say? Do you know what I mean? You know, like and some of these stats are noise and some aren't. Some matter, some don't. I would say pick your game script. How do you think the game's going to go? Look at the run game first because that dictates game script. If teams can run on the other team, probably won't get that out of hand. If they can't run, then maybe you have some pass stuff, you know, and then now you look at coverages. Because if your team's ahead, I don't care how much zone the other team plays and how well your receiver does against zone. If his team's up by 3 scores, it ain't going to matter. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to throw. You're not going to get the kind of volume that you're going to want. So like game script and that kind of stuff matters. It's kind of an art, but knowing the coverages and stuff like that helps. Anyways, I've said enough. That's on the screen. Nico for a goal. Polanco home run. Cal home run. Alejandro Kirk, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Jalen Warren, you could go 40-plus rushing yards. Jamar Chase, 80-plus receiving yards. I would say you could go Warren 40-plus, Chase like 60-plus if you want to do a little 2-man. I have DK 50-plus, Chase 60-plus in my 2-man. The article is going to be out in a minute. Definitely, whenever you see those, read them, man. Click on them for me at least. But yeah, that's my 2-man for the night. That's like at FanDuel with the boost is like plus 43. So that's pretty good. I think we're going to get that. I think this game could actually go over. It's only 44.5. My pleasure, Juan. Yeah, I think it could go. I don't think people think it's going to be that high scoring. I don't know that the data we just looked at says it's not going to be. Like, I don't think it says that. I think you're going to get a perfectly average NFL game that kind of could. I mean, if Cincy kind of shows up, man, think we're good. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Mark. I think that you could get the over. So, yep, that's going to do it. But yeah, get Prop Finder. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, subscribe to this channel. Get the notifications on because whenever we do this show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's going to be on this channel and it gets confusing. So, but if you're getting noties from YouTube, you're all set. This channel and my channel does, I don't do a million videos, right? So you're not going to get noties all the time. Does that make sense? Like you're just going to get notified when the good stuff comes on. So don't worry about that one. Hey, thanks, Shalir. I'll talk to all you guys tomorrow. Big day. We got the Thunderdome. It is me, Dr. Profit, and Matt Downs in the Thunderdome tomorrow. And we'll also do the Morning Wood, both on my channel at Slop Rules. But definitely subscribe to this one, just so you know. Later, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.